Hello, Cancer. This is April with Gypsy Southern Belle Tarot, and this is going to be your October What You Need to Know reading. This is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading. So if this is not relating to you, please make sure to check out your Moon, Mercury, Mars, Venus, rising sign. So also, I do my reading standing up, so if my voice kind of travels around a little bit, that could be why. Because I'm kind of standing over the camera, unlike sitting down at a table. So these readings are running anywhere between 20 to 30 minutes. So if you need to go grab you a bottle of water, if you need to grab you a glass of wine, cup of coffee, whatever, sit back and enjoy the ride. October 2021. We have reached this moment, haven't we? Year is almost over. Pretty stoked about that. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm first going to pull from the Season of the Witch and get an overall feel for, I'm getting stuff everywhere. Get an overall, I'll give you an overall feeling as to how I feel about the cards, and then I'll read from the author as well, from the book, to see what their interpretation of it is. So I'm also going to pull here a day that may be in relevance to you. That would be, get into it, Pisces. If you know a Pisces, listen to the Pisces reading. It will be posted around the exact same time that you're reading Cancer. So this is going to be for February 10th. If February 10th is of any importance to you, comment below. If I also have a Pisces free reading. It's not specifically for Pisces, but if you watch the Pisces video and comment below, your name and your favorite scary movie, then you can be entered into a drawing for a free reading. So February 10th, if that means anything to you, comment below here as well. I'd love to know. So in this Season of the Witch Oracle, it actually reads upright as well as upside down. So we'll kind of go into that. It is the first card. It kind of gives me that the Fool concept in the Rider-Waite Tarot and the Major Arcana, to where you're starting some sort of a journey. So it says here, All Hallows Eve, call upon the voices that stir your senses through the night and cast an unforeseen howl as you stomp your might through the ground. And very strange enough, Pisces, in their problem scenario, because that's how I'm reading for you today, is problem solution, your overall feel for the month. They got the werewolf. So if you have any Pisces in your chart, I would definitely, hold on, let me turn the light on. See if this makes a difference. It doesn't. I would say listen to that reading to see if there's any type of hidden messages in there for you. Sorry, I had to walk across the room to cut a bigger light on, because apparently, even though it's in the middle of the day, it's still kind of dark in this room. So let's read from All Hallows Eve. Are you a Halloween lover, my Cancer? It's going over all the different types of decks. Okay, so the keywords here are about your emotions and summoning something, starting on some type of journey. Telling you to call upon the voices that stir your senses through the night. Pulling this card, it means that you are being summoned to your inner magic. It also kind of gives me that whole High Priestess feel, where you could possibly have intuition about a situation, or because it is upside down, maybe it's telling you that you aren't using this information wisely, or you are neglecting to see this information. It says here, with it be reversed, you are letting your emotions get in the way of being able to see your situation clearly. Emotion can be useful, but can also be very hurtful. Anger might prevent you from working a successful magic spell, or feeling unattractive might put the brakes on some sort of a love spell. So, likewise, a low vibration emotion might cloud your judgment, forcing you to react from an untrue place. The most destructive emotion is self-doubt, kind of like looking in the mirror and telling yourself you're not good enough. You have to believe in your power or the energy will not flow. It's okay to work a spell and not feel the energy. So take your time, then try again when your emotions are in a better place to receive what you desire. So you're putting all of this energy out there into the universe, but because of your negative self-talk, it is causing your amplified positive energy to kind of be very negative, for you to turn around immediately with some negative energy. So that being said, Cancer. My daughter is a Leo Cancer cusp, and her girlfriend is a Cancer as well. So I just recently did a reading for them. See if this matches up by any means. All right, so our problem card here is the underworld, where all things pause and begin again. Okay. And I forget what the pomegranate symbolizes. I think the pomegranate in, like even say the Bible, symbolizes life or rebirth. And again, wow, too strange. No, strange is a bad word. I hate strange. Two symbolisms that both come from the Bible in regards to that whole Garden of Eden aspect. The apple, which, you know, she took the bite of the apple, and then the big G was like, y'all gotta get out now. You didn't listen. Your eviction notice is posted on the tree that you took the apple from. So let's get into this whole underworld, where all things pause and begin again. So I kind of feel you have such negative talk, self-doubt going on about something in your life right now. And you're at a pausing circumstance. I don't know what the hell is on my finger. Let's pull. I've got my ASMR going on here to get me in the mood for the spooky season. All right. But I don't know if that's coming from outside or within the house. So it says, another realm, shadow-filled, travel from death's bed, where we stop and transform within the realm of the dead. So I feel like it's a new beginning. This feels like the death card, where you are having to stop, look around, reflect on where your life has gone thus far and how you need to change it moving forward. When this card appears in your reading, it's asking you to consider exactly what you have to do to transform your life into something that you find easier or more authentic to you. So I feel like you've been living like maybe this whole double life at this point. So it could involve changing your course. This card feels very much like, you know, the Fool with Death and the Chariot card all in one, you know, telling you, hey, we need to gear up and get the fuck moving forward, because the universe is telling you, hey, this is the time. If we're gonna take the next step into whatever direction, we got to get out of our heads first and foremost. So it's going to involve some type of trials and tests. It's not going to be the easiest route that you could possibly take. But it keeps telling you, Cancer, to keep moving forward. That's Walt Disney right there for you. Haunted Mansion. I don't know. Whilst things may fall like away and your life may appear like pretty bare, you know, you feel like, oh, everything's been stripped from me. Just remember that this is going to be very temporary. Space is being made into which you can create new. So it almost gives me the people, sorry, next door dude mowing the grass. So if you hear it, that's what it is. It also gives me, it gives me so many major arcana feels, because it's kind of like you need to start over. You need to be reborn. You need to wrap your brain around that whole devil mentality where you're giving yourself all of that shit talk and you're not wanting to move forward. And then we also have the Chariot, but it's also giving you that whole Tower feel, is because the Tower is a representation of allowing things to crumble away in order for something brand new to be to come. So fear not of this card by any means, because in my heart, these are all good omens. It's just some type of drastic change is about to come into your life, Cancer, that's going to cause you to gain a better perspective. All right, and looking at your solution, the apple, it's kind of giving me that whole plant a seed scenario. I mean, you can plant a seed in the ground all day long, but if you don't water it, if the storms never come through and rain down on the seed, how will that apple tree ever grow? All right, so here we are. So apples have been an iconic part of myths from ancient times to modern. The story of the poison apple, of course, from Snow White to the Roman goddess Pomona's magical apple tree, to the Bible, to the Christians, the tempting fruit from the Garden of Eden. When you're receiving this apple card, it's time to look at how risks play out in your life. Are you hedging your bets and trying not, to try anything new? Or are you kind of stuck in a rut of not wanting to move forward in something? It's like that fear is built up inside you to where you're kind of stuck. Are you not wanting to, not willing to change anything? Are you willing to risk to get a greater reward? Or alternatively, I'm so sorry about the guy mowing the grass. Are you risking too much too often? So it's kind of this weird balance between, are you doing enough, or are you not doing anything at all? Because I feel like you're kind of hanging in limbo. You've got that hangman mentality of, I've got all these plans, but what am I doing about it? Am I doing anything, Cancer? No, I'm not. Oh, to live in the suburbs. My favorite's when it's 7 a.m. and they start mowing the grass. And you're wanting to hex them, but you can't, because that's not right. He's just taking care of his grass. All right, so let's take a better look at this whole underworld scenario where all things pause and begin again, Cancer. Where all things pause and begin again. Four of Hazards. So we may be pausing due to some type of financial situation, kind of hanging on to that coin for dear life. And then we also have the Six of Hazards. Ah, that's funny. Oh, that's too funny. Buddy's outside mowing the grass, and my guy's out here mowing. All right, so you've got the Six of Pentacles energy, okay? Let's start off with this whole Pentacles mentality. It represents your finances, your work, your material possessions. So I feel like you could be scared to pursue anything more, let's just say like in your career. You could be scared of taking those additional classes. You could be scared of, asking your job or boss for a raise. You could be scared to apply for another position that's also within your company. Okay, so fours. Fours are all about attempting to manifest something, to build some type of stable foundation. That Four of Pentacles, that's all about being very possessive, kind of insecure. You really are like trying to manifest that stability. This could be someone that is, an oversaver, but when it comes down to it, you're putting money away consistently, but the thing is that you never spend your money. And then towards the end of your life, you're looking at, you got $15 million in the bank, and you're basically taking that money with you to Jesus. you do nothing with it. It's like you have been such a fine workhorse your entire life that you're neglecting to enjoy any part of it. So you're working your ass off, but why? Why are you working your ass off? So let's look at that 6. The 6 of Pentacles. I love the artwork here on this. Like I said, dude is mowing the grass, which I thought was fairly fine, but it's like the 6 of Hazards is like you training someone else to do your job, especially with this whole zombie mentality. It's like he's like, I'm gonna take something negative that's going on right now in my life and I'm gonna put it to good use in order for it to benefit me, is what the 6 of Hazards is all about. But turning it upside down, it goes into more of a negative context. With the 6 of Pentacles, it's all about abusing your generosity, putting, tying strings to gifts. Being like, look, I'll help you move all that furniture, but you gotta come over here and put a roof on my house. There's no balance in the energy, because 6s normally are a representation of like the scales of life, and it's like, here, I'll give you a piece of cake, but you gotta build me a bakery. It's a situation like that where it's just a lot of negativity tied to it. In regards if it's in regards to a relationship, it's like you're trying to force love in a situation. You're being very forceful in that manner, to where it's like, I made you dinner, so now you need to pay the rent. It's a weird circumstance of a complete lack of balance when it comes to things. It could also mean that there's some sort of a hidden agenda when it comes to like your work. Especially with that 4 of Pentacles mentality, because there's normally with that four of Pentacles, it's all about like having some sort of imposter syndrome, or being very paranoid about a scenario, or being involved with someone that's very jealous. So it could be one of those moments where, yeah, you can sit there and talk negative to yourself, to your reflection all the time, and telling yourself that you're not good enough. But are you going to continue to sit in a corner and go, well, you know what, I really do wish I could buy those shoes, but she looks like a whore in them. It's kind of that. It's kind of a, I wish I had your life, but I also want to speak badly about it. So just what this is trying to tell you is just remember that negative self-talk, whether it's in your head or you're expressing it out to other people, is not going to get you to where you're going. It's not going to plant those seeds in your life that need to flourish and grow in order for you to become a more evolved, better person. So let's look at this whole apple. And maybe it's not you that's talking shit like that, not balancing out the energies around you. Maybe it's the people that you allow yourself to be around. Maybe at work, maybe there's a lot of negative talk at work, and you're, instead of standing up for the person that they're speaking about, you cower off into the corner because you don't want to be that one person that's spoken negatively about as well, Cancer. All right, so for your apple here, risk and reward, we have the 2 of Hazards. So again, yes, you are lacking balance. You're lacking so much balance. And the King of Wands reversed. So you've got a lot of stagnant, negative energy. Like, that's all I feel right now, is just this pull inside of me. Like, what do I need to do in my life in order to become the better person? Well, first, start with yourself. That's what that feels like, Cancer. It's, let's go back. 2s. 2s are about partnership, balance, and duality. You've got a lot of money here. So I feel like this has to do with your job. It has to do with your finances right now. All right, so your 2 of Pentacles there. It's that imbalance. Feeling very overwhelmed. Maybe you're being very messy as well. Again, kind of like what I was telling you earlier with this whole 6 of Hazards, how he was teaching him to mow the grass. It was like, a dude has him basically wrapped around a freaking chain, and it is treating him like he's a dog. So somebody in your life could be treating you like complete dog shit, and you're not standing up for yourself. The Two of Pentacles upside down, you could also be overworking yourself and not putting enough time and energy into some type of relationship outside of your work, like a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, children, for that matter. With that too, and then again, you could be taking on too much work. At this time, it's like you don't mean to neglect the people at home that want to spend time with you, that aren't going to treat you like you're a piece of shit, for that matter. But it's like, it's something inside of you. It's like, if I don't do this, they're going to continue. They're going to start talking bad about me. They're going to let me go from my job. Maybe that's why you're holding on to those coins so tightly, is because you think, God knows what's going to happen tomorrow at your place of work. So you're holding on, you're overworking yourself. And where is this going to lead? Burnout. It's going to lead to fucking burnout. With that Two of Pentacles matched up there with your issue, which is your Four of Hazards. So we have this Two of Pentacles upside down. I feel like you could possibly be, the bills continue to come in. It's like you could be spending more than your means. So it's like, by the time paycheck rolls around, you literally have to live off of a bologna sandwich, for 3 days. And, you're borrowing money from your grandmother in order to put gas in your tank in order for you to get to work. In order to make that next paycheck and stay on that same transition of, I don't have enough money. It's just the same blah blah cycle, and that there's no balance there. There's no balance in that cycle. So basically, you're taking what balance that the universe needs you to take right now, and really pay attention to figuring out what the fuck you need to do in order to straighten your life out. So we'll go with that King of Wands energy. And that King of Wands, that's Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. With that King of Wands, him being upside down, you could be a very weak leader at this point. You could be dealing with someone that's very arrogant. Kind of like I said, you're being very what I feel like, Cancer, you're being very overworked, and you're being very passive about it. It kind of reminds me of that movie Office Space, where dude's like, I'm gonna need you to come in on Saturday, and you're like, sure, would you like me to bend over, grab my fucking ankles, and shove it straight where the sun doesn't shine while you're at it? No, that's what this feeling is. Dude's like, yeah, sure, I can. Sure, bend over. It'd be fine. It's whatever. Just as long as you show up Saturday. So what this is telling you is that you need to be more assertive. You're being overworked. This right here is getting me like freaking high strung as it is. Just thinking about the fact that you're being overworked, you're exhausted. Something needs to be done. You can't pay rent, you can't pay your utilities, and you can't buy groceries all in the same week. Yet you are putting your life on the line for some type of career, and or for some person that's literally saying, it could be something as simple as a wife or girlfriend, or a husband, that he wants to eat steak every night, and you're like, fuck you, I can't even afford a 99-cent cheeseburger for lunch every day. Fuck you, I'm working my ass off, and then coming home and cleaning the house and taking care of our children, yet you want me to sit a steak in front of you. Or it could be a girlfriend or wife that's like, you know what, we really need to trade in our car, because such and such down the road has a brand new Tahoe, and I want to drive a Tahoe. But it's like, in your head, you're like, fuck, I can't even afford the car we have. So it's that mentality. It's you stand up for yourself. You got to stand up for yourself. You're being overworked, and it's time to fucking just say something finally, Cancer. Say something. Because that shit's going to pile onto you, and that's going to be the shit that's going to end up taking you to the grave. The shit that will put you into the grave. So, all right. So let's shuffle these. So how about we not put ourselves into the grave? Okay, Cancer? Worrying about the Joneses. We can't keep up with the Joneses if we can't afford the house that we live in, you know? So communication is key. New Moon and Gemini, communication is key. It's time to reach out to somebody and be like, look, say it in a meaningful way, to get your point across. Don't be a coward in regards to it. That's kind of what this is saying. Are you tired of being someone's bitch at this point? But come at it in a professional manner is what I'm saying. Never, I just saw 555, and 555 is all about conflict, change, and instability. So say it in a meaningful manner, to where you're getting your point across, but also stop laying down for those that would rather watch you rot than watch you be planted as a seed and flourish. You know, those are, you know, it could be time to end a relationship in regards to your work or love life at this point. So don't lay down and die, and don't work into the last day of your life. You know, you got to have a break every now and again, Cancer. So that being said, I hope you have an excellent October, and I hope, like I said, Pisces, comment down below Pisces if you'd like, in order to win a free reading. And if not, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.